Russia announced that it may take military action in response to Finland's accession to NATO. Finland answered the Russian warning by saying that they will consider the deployment of foreign troops in the future. Following Russia's invasion of Ukraine and in a historic strategic shift, Finland has become the 31st member of the US-led military alliance. This marks one of the fastest membership processes in NATO's history. Russia has issued a warning that Finland's official accession to NATO could significantly escalate the conflict between Russia and the West. They also said that it would be compelled to take countermeasures against the new status of Finland. The accession will effectively double the length of NATO's direct border with Russia at a time of heightened tension between the two sides. The war in Ukraine has been partially blamed on NATO enlargement by Russian President Putin. In response to Finland's historic decision to join the alliance, NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg has placed the blame on Putin for starting a war that threatened all of Europe. He said, "Finland has now the strongest friends and allies in the world. Putin wanted to slam NATO's door shut. Today we show the world that he failed, that aggression and intimidation do not work."
Joining NATO is good for Finland, it is good for Nordic security, and it's good for NATO as a whole. I'm deeply proud to welcome Finland as a full-fledged member of our alliance. And I look forward to also welcoming Sweden as soon as possible.
He also emphasized that no troops from other NATO member countries will be stationed in the territories of Finland without the consent of Finland. According to him, the military build-up that Russia has been conducting near its border with Finland is part of a broader long-term pattern. He also noted that NATO strengthens its defense posture against potential threats and increasing exercises, including Nordic countries. Peskov also added that this move by Finland will force Russia to take countermeasures. According to him, NATO is viewed as an unfriendly and hostile structure by Russia. But Finland's accession is different from Ukraine's attempt to join the alliance because there has been no conflict between Russia and Finland. Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu has expressed deep concerns about Finland's accession to NATO. During a meeting with leaders of the country's armed forces, Shoigu stated that NATO members were increasing their anti-Russian policy and providing military assistance to Ukraine, which would only escalate the conflict.
В ближайшее время членом Альянса станет Финляндия. Разумеется, все это создает риски существенного расширения конфликта, но на исход специальной операции не повлияет.
He warned that Finland's move will create new tension and conflict between the West and Russia. Finland's defense minister Antti Kaikkonen said that foreign troops would be a topic for future discussions. He said, "Of course, it's a great day for Finland. I believe it's a win-win situation and it benefits NATO as well." In the aftermath of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Sweden has also reversed its long-standing policy of not joining NATO and is now seeking solution to become a member of the alliance. On the day of Finland's accession to NATO, Russia conducted military drill near the Kaliningrad area. The drills included ground attacks, close air support, aerial bombing, and maneuvers involving infantry fighting vehicles and ships from the Baltic Fleet. They used unguided rocket weapons to fire at coastal targets in one of the training areas in the eastern part of Kaliningrad. They fired from aircraft cannon armaments, dropped bombs, and practiced the elements of maneuvering during the air combat. They approached targets in conditions involving the use of electronic equipment by a simulated enemy. During the Second World War, Finland fought against the Soviet Union in a conflict known as the Winter War, losing about 10% of its territory but inflicting casualties on the invaders. A treaty was signed between Finland and the USSR after the war, ensuring Finland's neutrality throughout the Cold War in exchange for assurances that the Soviets would not invade again. While Finland became a NATO partner country after the fall of the Soviet Union, it refrained from pursuing full membership until Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So, Finlandization has emerged as a new term which refers to the situation and conditions of this country during this period. Recently, Russian President Putin announced that his country will station tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus, which borders NATO members Poland and Lithuania. The move was explained by the European Union as Putin's new nuclear gamble and a direct threat to European security. Now, a new Russian reaction is expected by NATO. But it seems that Moscow will carefully adopt a new strategy against the NATO enlargement. So, this is time to share your opinions. Don't forget to leave your comments on this issue.